Hi, I'm John Geraci from LGA. Today I'm here with Wayne Karacek to talk about retirement plan contributions. Thanks for joining me, Wayne.
You're welcome, John.
So Wayne, there's different deadlines for funding retirement plan contributions depending on how you're organized. So I guess if we just started with an individual taxpayer, what sorts of retirement plan contributions do they have and what would be their funding due date?
So for individual taxpayers, you have IRAs, and the funding for those are due by April 15th.
Okay, now is that across the board? What if it's a self-employed individual?
So if you're self-employed, yeah, those payments are also due by April 15th.
And is there any extension availability for them?
Certainly, if you happen to file for an extension, it gives you an extension for self-employed people to make those contributions to the retirement plans.
Okay, but in the case of an IRA, is that same extension available in terms of funding an IRA after April 15th?
No, unfortunately, IRAs, you have to make the contribution by April 15th.
All right, that's not, almost doesn't seem fair. So I guess now as we think about businesses, corporations, and partnerships, what are their funding due dates?
So corporations and partnerships, depending on the type of entity you are, have different due dates, but the retirement plan contributions are due with the return. So the due date of the return would dictate when those retirement plan contributions are made.
Okay, so when we're talking about a calendar year business taxpayer, they would be due March 15th?
They would do March 15th for partnerships and S Corps and April 15th for C Corps.
Okay. And I guess same question, is there an extension of the time to fund this for a business?
Yeah, so with businesses, if you file for an extension, you have an extended period of time, just like individuals, to make those retirement plan contributions.
Okay, so back to that partnership S Corp example, that would be 9/15 is when the funding would have to be made by?
In general, 9/15 for partnerships and S Corps and 10/15 for corporations.
Wow, so that's a long time now. Do you still get the tax deduction for the prior year, even if you don't fund it for that 8.5-month window?
Yeah, it's really the benefit of the extension. You actually have 6 extra months to come up with the cash to pay those retirement plan contributions and actually get the deduction on your current year tax return.
Wow, and does that matter? So if you're cash basis or accrual basis, do you still get this if you're cash basis?
Yeah, it's the same for both cash basis taxpayers and accrual based taxpayers for retirement plan contributions.
Wow, that's pretty nice. I mean, if you think about it, the whole concept of cash basis is you only get the deduction for whatever you paid by year end. And in this case, you get a deduction for something you pay 8.5 months after. That's a good advantage for retirement plans. All right, Wayne, I think that does it. Just wanted to make sure everyone's sort of up to speed with the various due dates on retirement plan contributions. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Wayne or anyone on the tax team. We'll be happy to help. Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks, Sean.